This is the favorite servant of one of my mods, Mark. He loves this servant. He hates it when I burn this servant, even though this servant, I forgot which servant she screwed me over on. I think it might have been Koyanskaya. It might have been Koyanskaya, but that guy loves Stheno. So I will at least give her her flowers. She is no longer useless. I can say with absolute confidence that when I talk about like assassins on the buff update list, that's gonna come out on Tuesday, or around Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll see. This character is out of the lower tiers. I can promise you that. She is at the very least extremely niche, and I think she can stay there because as a charm support, really doesn't get, I don't want to say it doesn't get much better, but she has everything in the kit to make being a charm support actually work and do it well. So, I'm not going to care about attack. I don't care about it. Her MP doesn't even do damage, even though it's a buster MP. It insta-kills and then puts defense down and buff strips. Do I have a problem with that? Nope. Honestly, if she's going to be a support, might as well give her a support MP. And hey, technically speaking, her having a buster MP did make her face cards a little better, because if she's by herself or you have the option, you do a mighty chain. If you crit, this is a pretty chunky MP gain. So I'm not going to advise to do that, but I'm saying if it happens, her refund wouldn't look as bad as it actually is. But that is getting all the stars to align in some foreign outer dimension with the foreign. I don't know where that even is going. All right, let's keep going. But yeah, this is okay, but it's more helping to get to the MP than like her actual carding or damage or whatever. 2-hit on quick is terrible, absolutely abysmal. Like her refunds are shit. They're not good. The only example I could possibly have been given was a mighty chain, and that's because you have a better chance of crit. This is a quick servant that's going to have a lot of problems critting and even being able to make stars for herself. But again, not a DPS, so you're not that worried about it. If you need her to MP, give her a C to let her MP, because she damn sure is not getting it from this skill. 27% battery. This is unusable for any kind of farming thing, no matter what you want to say. It is just a fucking awkward number, and if you can show me a character that does an AoE party buff that the maximum number is fucking 3, I will shut the fuck up. But right now, there is no support that gives you 53% battery. That's not a thing. Because why the fuck would it be a thing? Anyway, this skill is bad. Bloodsucker is a bad skill. Every servant that has this skill at a low rank and it's not 30, all of them need a buff. Look at this. Oh, yes, all of them together. All 4 of these vamps that need puffs. Wow. And they all have the same skill. Wow. And Concert U was there and she could have gotten a buff. Wow. Alright, enough of that. Third skill. This is her newest buff. Not guaranteed, 100% chance to charm. And an Omni card buff for the party. So not only does this enable Yui Shosetsu for literally anyone, because this is a permanent servant that a lot of people have, although a lot of people probably also burned her. So is what it is. But the most important part for this is that the charm chance is now not only male. It's what was holding her back from being a support for Kama specifically. Europa too, but Kama especially, and even going even further, Summer Kama, because Summer Kama is the Kama that she needs to charm to do more damage. Now, current Kama has that, but the difference is Summer Kama can't charm every turn. OG Kama can with her power mod. So Summer Kama, and in farming you really don't need the charm that often, but at the same point it is a problem that you do have to choose between a super effective super effective damage and MP damage for super effective damage for turn 1 and MP damage for all 3 turns of your farming. You have to make that choice on turn fucking 1 farming with Summer Comma. I hate it so much. I really wish they would buff her so that she has a chance to apply charm every fucking turn, and then that skill is not save it for wave 3 or save it for better farming numbers, because you never know, that MP damage might be the difference of her like looping 100% and looping 95, and then you're again shit out of luck if that happens, and you're planning for her to loop 100%. Sorry for the rapid blurt, but yeah, this is just something like that whole AoE Arts Avenger thing, like it's just been something I've been super tapped into, and I'm not a fan of Kama. I will give Kama her flowers when she deserves it, and when she's hitting niche and she gets her first skill, she does hit very, very hard. But the issue always was you had to make that choice for better farming or better turn 3. This doesn't fix the problem, but it does make her far better to be used as the 3rd support instead of Oberon. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because you can't bring Oberon into a CQ. You can't. Are you willing to brick your unit for the entire fight? Nope. So bringing other supports that can make Kama work just make more sense. Letting her get her super effective more times than once in a fight sounds like a really fucking good idea. Unfortunately, if you're not fighting male, it's here. If you're not fighting male, she's not gonna be that good of a charm support. She kind of needs to be male. So if they choose to buff this MP again, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. And what does it matter if they buff a support MP twice? It doesn't change the damage, right? Support MP is the only thing they care about is the scaling, and what does it matter if like it, right? They're not gonna double buff MP and just that automatically makes it broken. Look at Vlad, his MP got buffed twice and it's now a normal buffed MP. But yeah, almost done. This is kind of why she really does work as a Kama support specifically, because she gives Kama 40% attack. That's not a lot if you have higher copies of Castoria. Like if you're using an MP5 Castoria, you're not going to notice the difference, but still, charm, attack buff, card buff, that is a lot for a support. That's a lot more than you might give credit. Super effective, card buff, and again, attack. Most are not giving that much, so Stheno as an actual support is a thing now. I would say do not burn your Sthenos anymore. Now, where should you start with her? 60 out of 60 or 80 out of 80, or 60 out of 70 or 80 out of 80. I think if you don't plan on using the MP at all, just make a 60 out of 60. Just doing the rank up once unlocks this part. And yeah, so again, if you get another copy of Stheno, which I actually did, and I burned her, but no, I need the rare prisms, so it's fine. If you don't need the rare prisms, maybe start working in esports Stheno. It's not the worst thing. Like, okay, so also I'm just throwing this out for perspective. Bunyan is a really good esport unit, not because of the buff she provides, it's because she dies so easily with the buffs. Like it's 20 buster and 20 defense down. Stheno kind of blows that out of the water for Kama. Just saying. And she could also put the defense down if you get to the MP, and also a higher level than Bunyan. So as long as she can actually die, you're in a good spot. But that esports version, you would have to get MP 10 Stheno. I don't know how many people are keeping, but hey, people do a lot of things for esports. Plus, she spent well over 2,000, like probably over $1,000 on MP5 Constantine to make his Koyan 120 better. The actual things content creators do for content, but I mean, it's his money, it's his content. and I enjoy it. So I'm not talking shit about plushie on that. It is content. All right, that is all the recordings. Oh no, we are not done. Sorry. Skipped ahead. Okay, so this is an absolute necessity. This kind of depends if you cooldowns on this honestly aren't. Oh no, this is 7. Okay, I was gonna say like this isn't that bad. You could probably get this back unless you have AoE cooldown reduction for the party. Like this is, you're probably not getting this back more than once a fight. All right, moving on. She has the wombo combo of 50% debuff res from magic resist and goddess essence. You have to go through the struggle to actually land debuffs. So any defense debuff scaling units, either through a super effective or power mod, watch out for these divine servants. A lot of them you're gonna have a bad time. Like Juna Alter. Ooh, you don't land that debuff, he is gonna have a very, he's gonna kill them fast, but just not nearly as fast as he usually would. All right, so yeah, pens, mana loading and skill reloading is what it is. Okay, so here's probably the most important. No, let's not overblow this. This is just funny. They gave her full attack aptitude against a unit she has full class advantage against. What the fuck does that say about her? That they said, okay, even if we give you this, the godsend for any assassin DPS, it is not going to change your situation. You are still fucking bad. Damn. Like, it's not like they don't do that. Like, they have given full class advantage to people before. Hokusai has anti-berserkers. Okitan has anti-berserkers. But I think Hokusai matters more because that is full class. The Hokusai is a DPS and a farmer, so that extra attack would help her with overkill. This is not helping Stheno because she's not doing damage. Maybe her refund a little bit might help with overkill, but when was the last time your Stheno actually killed the rider? Already looked at this. The buff was to buff strip and charm enemies. So really, her kit entirely is supportive now. It is an entirely supportive kit. She just needs to get this buff. It pisses me off so much that 3% means the difference from you choosing a 60% starting CE or a 3-star 50. That is so dumb that you have to make that choice. All right, it is streaming time now. I do not want to fall behind. Peace, chat. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.